Peace and blessings, everybody. This is Damon K. Jones, and welcome to the Health Mindset. And today we are going to be discussing the desperate need for the upright Black man in today's era of broken conscience. Let's get into it. Yes, this is Damon K. Jones here, and this is the Health Mindset, and welcome to the Health Mindset. And we are here. Greetings, family, and welcome. Today, I want to discuss the vital importance of the upright Black man in healing and transforming the Black community. We need to unpack many crucial issues. So let's get straight to it. And today, also, to prove my point, I'm going to actually use scripture to actually prove my point of the need of Black men in our communities and the responsibilities of Black men. A lot of times, we look away from the responsibilities of Black men, especially today in the conditions of the Black community. So, I decided to take a shot and back what I'm saying up, with scripture. Like we all claim the Bible. We all say we go by the Bible, but a lot of us don't go in it. We go by it. We walk by it every day. We walk by it in the morning. We walk by it at night. And we don't look into the book for instructions. And even as being Black men, I think, we could use that for instruction of our everyday life. And there's nothing wrong with it. But in today's era of broken conscience, to even talk about that, to even talk about God, is like taboo. Like we rather talk about the ignorance and nonsense that we see every day on the news and social media than having conversations about our spirituality. A lot of my friends, and there's few of them that I talk to every day, we're always building on spirituality. We're always talking about how do we make ourselves better as Black men in this world today. So it's also the people that you surround yourself with. But today is an era that is filled with toxic masculinity and toxic femininity, and the lack of spiritual connectedness between Black men and women. The presence of an upright Black man is increasingly crucial for the well-being and progress of the Black community. These challenges are deeply rooted in historical, social, and systematic factors. It has hindered the Black community's growth. However, the concept of an upright Black man who embodies integrity, moral strength, and spiritual connectedness offers a beacon of hope and a catalyst for positive transformation. Due to his personification of values and ideas established in the scriptures, the spirituality of an upright Black man must serve as a leader in the Black community. The Bible offers a moral and spiritual compass that people can use to make informed decisions and foster a peaceful society. The characteristics required for effective leadership are possessed by the upright Black man and dedicated to honesty, integrity, and Black love. Drawing on biblical principles, he can motivate others to accept their identities, overcome social constraints, and travel a road of empowerment and upliftment. His leadership illuminates a path of collective success and fulfillment through advances of freedom, justice, and equality and spiritual kinship within the Black community. The Black community has endured the effects of broken Black consciousness, a disconnection from a cultural spirituality, self-doubt, and internalized racism. In the face of these challenges, the presence of an upright Black man becomes more pivotal. They can serve as pillars in guiding others to reclaim their identity install pride, and cultivate a sense of purpose rooted in Black people's rich history of achievements. By embodying this integrity and moral strength, they can help heal the wounds infected by centuries of oppression and empower individuals to rise above society's limitations. Now, Proverbs 12:26 states, "The righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them, leads them astray." This verse tells the significance of the upright Black man in the context of the Black community, which grapples with the issues such as broken Black consciousness and and how could I say it, a culture that has twisted upside down with the pimping of Black male identity and the pimping of Black male Black female identity, toxic masculinity, and a lack of love between Black men and women. As defined in the scriptures, the concept of an upright man provides the framework for understanding the crucial role. By embodying qualities such as integrity, wisdom, and compassion, the upright Black man becomes transformative. One significant way Black men can play in a healing by being a father to their children and being a father to the Black community. The role of an upright man is to be father, as God is father to us. I'm going to say that again, right? As men, we should be fathers, as God is our father. We are that reflection, right? So Genesis 15:1 says, after this world, the world of the Lord came to Abraham in a vision. He said, "Do not be afraid, Abraham. I am your shield and a very great reward." As Black men, we should be shields. We should be shields in the Black community, right? We should be shields to our children. We should be shields to our wives. We should be shields to our parents when we're old enough to protect them. So why is all this craziness going on in the Black community? Because we're not shields and we're not being fathers to our children. We're not being shields of our children. And the consequences is our children out in the street wilding out. You know, I worked in corrections for 33 years. And it's unfortunate as being a correction officer going to work in a jail, I was more of a father to these young men than their own father was. Because we're not doing our job. We could point to the white man and we could talk about the system, but we're the only ethnic group in this country that men are not at the head. We're the only ethnic group in this country that men are not at the head because we're not being a father. We're not being the father to our children. Let me tell you something. When you raise a child as a man, right, you're showing the child what God looks like as a man. You are showing the child what God looks like because that child leans on you. That child watches you fix things. That child watches you solve problems. You protect that child from dangers the child doesn't even know they have. You are what God looks like, Black man, to your child, and especially your female child. You are an example of a man. Part of the problems that we have in Black female relationships is that a lot of females don't know the right man to look for because they never really had a relationship with their father. They never really have a relationship with an older man. I'm not talking about a sexual relationship, but a relationship, someone there as an older man to be their shield, let alone having a mother and father in a house together to see what a relationship, the dynamics of a relationship going back and forth. So that's part of the issues. So that's part of the issues because the black man is not being the shield. He'd rather be out here doing whatever and having multiple women, children by multiple women, and not exactly, not even an uncle. Exactly, exactly. We are the representation of God to our children. So we have to be part of that. And the only way we could do that is understand that we have to rethink and change our mind, because the black family, out of all the ethnic groups, a man and a woman together being married, we have the least 30%, 33%, 33%. And then we have the highest percentage of women that don't have a man in the house. So we're having sex, we're having babies, but we're not having spiritual relationships with each other. And then we wonder why our communities look the way it do. It's not racism. We can't blame the white man for that. That's what we're doing to ourselves. We're doing that to ourselves. Black communities have historically been underserved, and we get all that, right? We get all the systematic injustice and marginalisms. But we could break free of that if we just have proper relationships with each other, because that also comes with economic advantages. But we haven't been able to discuss that. We haven't even been able to get to that because we're still battling each other. See, a upright black man constantly conflicts with the flawed political system also, because if you don't have a man standing up in the community demanding that the community will be treated correct by the politicians, white, black, whatever color they are, how is the community going to grow? They'll continue to be used. So we need more upright black men to stand up in the community and demand for the justice that their community deserves. Because see, the upright black men understand that both major political parties, Democrats and Republicans, have contributed to the struggles of the black community and the downfall through history. And he is well aware of the guidance that's in scriptures, right? Ephesians 6:12, right? Ephesians 6:12, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. We ain't talking about heaven. We ain't talking about nothing spooky. We're talking about governmental levels of governmental politics that has left the black community astray. Only thing we see is Trump, right? We always see constantly we're talking about Trump, and black communities get less and less and less and less. And if y'all haven't seen the Wake Up Club with that Republican brother, whether he's a Republican or Democrat, it was a great conversation. And later this week, I think me and AJ, we're gonna show clips for that, and we're gonna talk about what he was saying. Our black media is one of the worst, is one of the worst uh, narrators of what's going on in the world. They're one of the worst. So when we're talking about the black father not being in the house, we're talking about the Larry Elder. Exactly. Larry Elder. Listen, that was one of the greatest conversations. That was one that to me, that was radio. And it was good, but every time he was making a point about the black community, they kept going back to Trump and the Republicans. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, black people spend 1.2 or 3 trillion dollars on bullshit. We are the world's largest consumer. And then when something goes wrong in the black community, we blame racism. Oh my God, they won't give us a job. Then you know what? Let's take this one point. If Coca-Cola don't want to give black folks a job, then stop buying Coca-Cola. If Apple don't want to give black folks a job, stop buying Apple. We got 1.6 or 1 point something trillion dollars of buying power, and we don't use it. And we cry racism. And we have the biggest pockets in America. More black people own Mercedes-Benz than white people, and we don't even make as much money as they make. We don't even have enough family wealth as they have, but we got all the bullshit. And we're not using that to our advantage. I'm not turning into a conservative. I'm turning into a realist. Because look at the black community. Dude, I've been watching black men come to jail for 33 years, and what they're giving us is not working. It's not conservatism, it's being real. See, you put labels on things, you try to box people in. I can't be boxed in, because truth is truth. No matter, you could call it Republican, you could call it, truth is truth. Truth is truth. We have to accept the responsibility to build our own communities. Why we continue giving it over to white people for our destiny, and we spend more than they do on bullshit. We spend more than they do. These retailers, they worried about us, and we say, oh, we got the power. No, they're just making money off us. And we proved it time after time again. Look at the Montgomery boycott. They shut the whole system down. It was about money. Look at the day of the Million Man March. Nobody went to work. They had to shut the country down because it was about money. No. Your Democrats look for a check. Your Democrats look for a check. The people that sell the black community out look for a check. That's why your community is looking the way you do. Don't pull that with me. Don't pull that with me. I have a history fighting for black people for free. Al Sharpton is a millionaire off of police brutality. Tamika Mallory is a millionaire off of police brutality. The bald-headed lawyer is a millionaire off police brutality. You think they want it to change? Then they won't make no money. These are black folks. I call it like I see it. They make millions off police brutality. They don't want it to change. Black Lives Matter made millions off police brutality. You think it wanted to change? And not one of them put up one piece of legislation for it to change. I know what I'm talking about because I've been there. So don't use that conservative stuff on me. That doesn't work. See, that's what they do. Yeah, Mason too. Millions off police brutality. Do you think they wanted to change? Absolutely not. Because that's how they make their money. That's how they make their money. Come on, man. We can stop police brutality overnight, but they don't want it to because there's too much money in it. And then we march. We can't wait to go march and raise money. Poor family crying over their victim or over their family member that's killed by police, and all them people come out and they raising money. They raising money. They sending out emails to their people to get 10, 15. They raising money. It's systematic. And guess what? Nothing changes, right? Look at the Black communities. Not one CCRB, not one civilian complaint review board. You got Mount Vernon with a Black mayor, a Black city council president, a Black city council, huh? A Black congressman, Black county legislator, Black assemblyman, Black senator. Not one not one civilian complaint review board. Not one. They haven't even put legislation together. Nothing. And the city's under DOJ investigation. These are Black people. You can't blame Trump or conservatives or the Republicans. These are Black people. They're running it. Come on, man. You can't pull that with me. I've been around. I've been in circles. You can't pull it with me. Why can't we stop police brutality in New York with all these Democrats? Huh? Let me know. I'm trying to figure it out. I've been trying to figure it out for the last 25 years. So you tell me. So let's not get fooled. But what we need is Black men to fill the gap, which we're not doing. We're not doing. Look what they did to poor Ice Cube when he wanted a contract for Black America. They attacked him. They sent women after him. They sent all the different radio hosts after him, right? Because having a contract with Black America is too much, right? But they have contracts with every other ethnic group. But they don't have contracts with us. They just take our vote and we get nothing. We get literally nothing. We haven't got anything for our vote in the last since probably the 70s. We haven't got literally nothing. And Black communities are not changing. The wealth, Black family wealth is declining. Black property ownership is lower than it was after we were free of slaves. Giuliani ain't want to stop police brutality. Giuliani was one of the racists. Giuliani ain't do a goddamn thing for police brutality. He ain't do nothing. Giuliani ain't do a goddamn thing with police brutality. Because them the same white cops, that Giuliani ran up on Dinkins calling him the N-word. You think he was gonna turn around and send some to jail? Giuliani ain't do nothing. We're not looking for Republicans to help us. We have to help ourselves. That's the problem. See, we say, oh, this one don't help us, that one don't help us. Oh my God. No, you help yourself. You got $1.6 trillion. Black people got 1.6 trillion. That's more of a spending power than some small countries. And we still begging Democrats and Republicans for help. But yet we out here walking around with $5,000, $6,000 shoes on, and we're still begging them for help. And we're not doing for ourselves. Black men are not standing up doing for ourselves. Come on now. We have to have moral men in our communities, and that will promote progressive, I'm not going to use progressives, I'm sorry, and promote Black politics that's based on freedom, justice, and equality. We need Black men in political positions that have ethical leadership, that pushes the greater good, that pushes independence of their communities, that are willing to push for legislation and policies that actually help Black people and not hinder Black people. That's what we need in the Black community. That will create more inclusive and empowered political outcomes, bringing about a brighter future for the Black community by drawing on spiritual principles. See, when these Black politicians get in, they claim God, but they don't act in spiritual ways. Because the truth of the matter is, and I'm going to say it here, sometimes God and politics don't mix, because politicians have to lie. The culture of politics is to lie and not tell the truth. That's why when you get a politician who is, who is focused on truth, justice, and equality, none, because you know why? Because we don't vote for them. We vote for the ones that want to shuck and jive, and we vote for the ones that tell us nice things, right? We don't want to hear the truth, right? We vote for them. We vote for them, and then we complain. We put them in office. We do. We do, because the ones that want to do that will tell you the truth, we don't vote for them, right? Because they don't tell us, oh my God, he's just so harsh. So I'm not going to vote for him. I'm going to vote for the one that's going to tell me to lie. Everything's going to be okay. I got it. That's the ones we vote for. We put them in office. See, the upright Black man, the one I'm talking about, we're not going to vote for. He's needed, but we're not going to vote for him. We're not going to vote for him. I was just watching my brother Jesse Van Loo's. I was just watching my brother Jesse Van Loo. We're 2 months after the primary in Mount Vernon, and everybody's complaining. What are you complaining for? What are you complaining for now? You had a chance to change it, and you voted the same person in. And now you're complaining 2 months later because you thought she was going to do different. No, that's insanity. Doing the same thing and expecting a different result. That's insanity. Now everybody's complaining. Come on, man. Forgive me with that. Well, listen, politics is tied by corporate interests. Check this out. We don't take that money, that $1.6 trillion, and buy our own politicians. White people do. They buy their politicians. We don't buy ours. Look at any black politician in Westchester County, and you could go online. You could go to the Board of Elections, New York State Board of Elections, and pull up their donations. You don't see Ray Ray and Junebug and Grandma Jones, right? You see lawyers. You see, just like brother said, we don't buy our politicians. We don't even donate to politicians. So who do they work for? Who do they work for? They don't work for you. You vote for them, but they don't work. They don't work for you. They work for the people that put money in their pockets. You don't have to. You don't have to be. You don't have to have a corporation to donate money. We should have corporations. We should have black corporations. I have 3 businesses. We should have. I always had businesses. Even working in correction, I had businesses. But see, everybody's saying they're buying, they're buying, they're buying. When are we going to buy? When are we going to when are we going to pool our money, and when are we going to buy? There's been a lot of candidates that were put in without corporate money. See, the problem is when they get in office, we don't hold them accountable. And then what do? They go get their money someplace else. How much money have you given to the candidate for your interest? Don't worry about other people. How much money have you given? The corporations hold them accountable to their interests because they gave the money. We barely go to a city council meeting. How about that? We barely go to a city council meeting. So the question is not what other people are doing. The question is, what are we doing? What are we doing? Huh? So what are we doing? Now I done got off track talking about politics. But the whole thing is we have to step up, right? So back to what I was saying. So Proverbs 11:3, right? It says the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. Yeah, that's right. That's right. We're going to parties and traveling. Absolutely. That's the unfaithful and destroyed by their duplicity, right? This verse emphasizes the vital role of integrity, right? Integrity is key. Integrity encompasses the moral wholeness and honesty and the purity of serving as a compass to guide their actions and decisions. That's why some sisters pick the wrong dude because they don't understand a man with integrity. So what are the steps? What are the steps to be an upright man? First step is your physical health. First step is your physical health. Physical health encompasses the well-being of our body systems. It improves the foundation that enables us to pursue aspects of healthy activity. Physical wellness requires nourishing our bodies through the proper nutrition, regular exercise, adequate restorative sleep, and effective stress management techniques. Adequate nutrition of consuming a balanced lifestyle of nutrients and wholesome food, eating plenty fruits and vegetables, whole grain, lean protein, healthy fats to provide our bodies the necessary energy and regular exercise. Now, when we eat correctly, we give our body the nutrients to do activities, to work in the communities. And we think better. We think clearer when we're not eating all these processed foods and bad foods, because good blood is going to the brain. And what does that do? That gives us good mental health. That's the second thing for Black men. We need good mental health, because guess what? The Black man's mental health is in dire needs, and we're still not having these type of conversations on the mental health of Black men, let alone the mental health of the Black community. So we have to have positive mental health. Requires proactivity in developing skills to manage stress, build resistance, cultivate positivity, and practice mindfulness. See, this is why the Black men are so important to children, right? Because we have to teach our children skills to manage stress. Just being Black is stressful enough. We have to teach our children skills to manage stress, and we have to teach our children how to build resilience and cultivate a life of positivity. Come on, man. Like we're important. We have allowed social media, and we have allowed this this uh this whatever female mentality to think Black men are not needed. We are needed. We have to because we help children build the stress management techniques by our examples as men. And then there's emotional health. Emotional health relates to the effectiveness of processing and expressing feelings, right? So we're there for our children and our boys and girls, so they're able to express their feelings, because we represent God to our children. It's very important, man, that we have emotional health as well as Black men. Look, I gotta say, go to therapy. Black men must go to therapy, or have circles that they're able, with men that are right-minded, not ignorant thinkers, but men that, excuse me, that are able to have these discussions, and they're able to vent. And we must be able to develop emotional intelligence that enables us to understand psychological states, underlying behaviors in ourselves and in others, and social health. Learning how to be social, have interpersonal relationships and community connections that contribute to the sense of belonging. We lose that when we don't have Black men in families, and our children lose a certain communication. These young kids nowadays don't know how to communicate properly. They can't communicate with themselves. They can't understand themselves, so they can't communicate. So we have to be those examples. We have to be those examples. Purposeful health. We have to have purpose, right? Each Black man has a purpose in life, and we have to learn We have to learn those purposes. And you know what? And purpose doesn't come with the level of education that you have. Because a lot of times we go to college and we don't even use our college degree. A lot of us don't. And if we get that type of education that we're able to use our college degree, we use it to work for somebody else instead of working for ourselves. Because that's the easy way out. And finally, spiritual health, right? We have to be spiritually healthy as men. We have to be spiritually healthy as people, period. But I think we have to be spiritual healthy as men. Spiritual health represents a sense of meaning, of connection, and something bigger than our identity. It provides a framework of inner peace, wisdom, and self actualization. Exploring spiritual health requires an introspection to the divine personal beliefs while remaining open to diverse teaching that resonate in our soul. Standard practices for cultivating spiritual well being, including meditation, prayer, yoga, spending time in nature, showing gratitude, self reflection through journaling. Spiritual health provides a perspective during adversity and enhances life joys during positive times. It fills our essence with meaning, gratitude, and awe, a sense of spiritual connectedness to a higher power or the universe, reduces fear based thoughts and fosters unconditional compassion. When you're connected to your spirituality, you have less fear in stepping out on the truth. We got a lot of we got a lot of uh I ain't even gonna say it. Spiritual wellness facilitates an inner calm, emotional balance, and insightful self-awareness. Living in alignment with our spiritual essence, the seed of divinity within each of us allows our lives to blossom into full expression of our gifts and purpose. Ultimately, using these steps, using these steps aligns us with the qualities of the upright man. It reflects a commitment to personal growth, ethical behavior, and contributing positive to our own life and lives of those around you. By prioritizing physical health, mental clarity, emotional well being, strong relationships, purpose, and spirituality, you not only enhance your life, but you inspire others to lead by example and follow the path of upright living. That's the importance of an upright black man, is to and inspire other people to lead by example. Imagine if more people led by example. Just imagine that. Imagine what the black community would look like if people led by example instead of being led. Right? Yeah, the black community will turn over overnight. Because see, we continue to have outside people direct the direction of the black community. And we don't have enough upright men to stand upright because we're too worried about what other people think, and some of us are tied to jobs that we're scared to speak the truth. And then behind the scenes we complain, and you're not being a man. You're not being a man. See, a lot of us, a lot of us are scared of that, right? We're scared of being outcast because we rather be liked for the lie than hated for the truth. I want to be liked. I want to be liked, so I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go with the lie, and I know it's a lie, but I just want to be liked by my peers. instead of standing on truth. And then you wonder when God smacked the hell out of you for wanting to be liked for the lie. This is why the world's crazy, right? And we follow the lie. Like we follow the lie to the point that we're going to allow a man to tell us he's a woman and then get in a boxing ring and beat the hell out of a woman and say, well, I'm a man. No, no, you're not doing it. We can't allow that. We can't allow that. We're going to allow a man to just say he's a woman and just walk into the woman's bathroom with our young daughters are in there. No, we can't allow. See, because we just want to be liked. So we go along with the lie. We go along with the lie because we're scared for them to say, "Oh, you're transphobic, you're homophobic, you're this phobic, or you're that phobic, or be canceled." I'm like, so we go along with the lie instead of standing on the truth. No, you're a man. You go into the men's bathroom. Thank you, sir. My daughter's in there. So you go into the men's bathroom today. Not while my daughter's there or my granddaughter. Come on. Are we that scared of the truth? Look, I'm not a perfect person, but I'm striving to be a whole lot better than I was before. But the whole thing is this. At the end of the day, it is very important to have Black men stand up in their communities. It's very important to have Black men be a voice of honor and integrity in the political systems that affect the Black community. It's very important to have Black men play the role of protector in their communities. We have to begin to start doing that. And we have to, and respectfully so. We as Black men, we've done things that we shouldn't have done. We stepped away from our throne. But there are many of us who come back to our throne, and we're not trying to have no pushback, from our sisters. So we're gonna have a voice. And let me tell you, for the last 10 or 15 years, uh, Black men has very been pushed out, and we've been taken out too, right? It's been systematic to the point that they don't discuss Black male and female relationships on a positive level. They don't even discuss marriage, right? They want to take away obey out the Bible, or out the wedding. But obey, if you want your man to honor you, why can't you obey him? As men in the scriptures, we have a bigger duty even in the scriptures, because we're supposed to give our life. What's greater than our lives? They're just saying, obey your man. But we're told we have to give our lives for our wives. Come on, man. We can't we can't get to the point where it becomes something so simple of respect and love has become so complicated in Black male female relationships. right? We have to talk. We have to. Sisters, you gotta respect your man. If you don't respect him, don't be with him. Let him be a blessing to another woman. If you don't respect him, let him be a blessing to another woman. Go find somebody you respect. And brothers, if you can't love your woman, then go find another woman you can love. And let that woman be a blessing to another man. It's not rocket science, but we shouldn't play games. But we play games. It's easier to play games than it easier to stand on truth and actually love somebody, because if you actually love somebody, you can actually let that person go because you love them. That's real love, right? When you could just when you could let someone go because you love them. Wow, I've been on here for a minute, but hey, listen. What's coming up? I want to thank everybody. I want to thank everybody for coming on and enjoying the conversation. I enjoyed the conversation with you guys. I was only planning to stay like 30 minutes, but I was here for an hour. This was a great conversation. I want to thank you for watching. This Thursday, 8 o'clock. If you have any questions, please um, please hit me up at ask.thehealthmindset@gmail.com. Question about health, wellness, mental clarity. Ask.thehealthmindset@gmail.com. Don't forget, if you're on Facebook, definitely definitely join the Facebook group, um, The Health Mindset. Also, the 26th coming up. I don't have a flyer, but I'll put it in YouTube, and I'll put it in I'll put it in the Facebook group. Next Saturday, we're doing the free webinar, The Whys and How to Eat Clean. We're going to talk about why we should eat clean, why we should eat less meat or no meat at all. How does that help our body? How does that help us get off medication and the long-term side effects of these medications that they're giving us for chronic diseases? You know, they just address the symptom, is not the cause. So we want to address the cause, right? We want to talk about how do we address the cause of these chronic illnesses, and why. Why should we eat clean and how to eat clean? That's next week. I'll put the link in for you to sign up. You could definitely sign up for the free webinars next Saturday at 11 a.m. And then on September 4th, what I'm doing, we're going to have a 28-day challenge. For 28 days, um, we're going to every week we're going to meet 3 times a week. It costs $100, but what you get a free book of the empowering benefits of detox and cleansing, eating clean. You get two ebooks. You get 2 ebooks. Um, the whys and how to eat clean. There's an ebook, and there's also the 4 steps to overcome um, emotional overeating. Right. So you get 2 free ebooks. You get a book, right, and then you get 25% off Vita Health Nutrition, um, vitamins and supplements, all for $100. And then we meet 3 times a week. We meet online 3 times a week, and we work on for those 28 days getting healthy, losing weight, talking about the ups and downs, because we all gonna have ups and downs. We're gonna talk about exercise. We're gonna go over the exercises. It's a whole packet to come with it. And we're talking about dieting, right? We're talking about changing our lifestyle, changing our palates, right? Because the way they get us through food is making things taste good. So once you change your palate, you won't want to eat all that stuff anymore, because it really won't taste good anymore. I'm telling you. And even when you eat out, you'll taste how much salt, right? How much salt that these people put in your food. But when you're used to it, you don't think about it. But when you step away from it, and then you go out to a restaurant, and you're like, this steamed broccoli is crazy, got crazy salt on it, right? Because you're used to either eating broccoli raw or stir frying some broccoli and some vegetables with no salt, at all, because your palates are going to change. And when your palates change, that you could detect when something has a lot of salt, then you may not even put salt on. Because you ever seen people, right? The food come, it comes on they serve the food, and the person's talking to you, and he just grabs the salt to start throwing salt on it. Are you kidding me? And then you wonder why he has high blood pressure and he's on medication. And we have to change. We have to change how we look foods. So the 20-day, you could go to 20-day wellness. Hold on, let me make sure I got it right, because I'm 20. Let me tell you. www.28daywellness.com. I've been doing so much, just making sure I'm going to give you all the proper information. Yep. www.28daywellness.com. If you go there, you can sign up. We start September 4th. And it's for the whole 28 days. It's just $100, and you get the free book. You get 2 ebooks. You get 25% off vitamins and minerals with Vital Health Nutrition. You get the private. We all going to be group meetings Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday. So it's up to you whether you want to be healthy or not. I'm going to do it whether I'm by myself, because that's the goal. So I'd rather have people with me, and then we all can be healthy, because the goal is to make a community of health and wellness in Westchester County. I'm working on we're calling it the Wellness Academy, where we're going to have online classes that people can take themselves. And we also going to be having certificate classes. So if people want to learn vegan and vegetarian nutrition, right? If people want to learn first aid to being a first aid to mental health practitioner, people want to learn these things, they could go on and learn, and we're not charging you a whole bunch of money to do it. So, we're working on that, the Wellness Academy. So that's going to be, I'm excited about that. So, and we're working on a program for the youth called My Life. Youth Leadership Institute for Future Excellence. We're going to focus on Black men first, and then we're going to roll out for the women, the Institute for Young Girls. So we could definitely have everything together. So I want to thank everybody again. My time is up, man. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. And remember, have a black-tastic day. Today was Meatless Monday. I hope that everybody, got some fruits and vegetables in their system. Today was Meatless Monday. And have a black-tastic evening. And remember, God is in your vegetables. Peace out. Love you.